If you'd like to know how I created this bold, neutral glam, keep on watching. Hello, I'm wearing eye patches. I bought them with my own money. They're the energizing ones from Grace and Stella. Okay, I'm gonna take them off now. It's definitely been 15 minutes. Going in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder in Universal. I lost the spatula that came with it, but that's okay because I got my own. And I'm just gonna melt this into my skin. Today's makeup look was created purely to test out a concealer sample that I was sent, but I woke up kind of like in a dark headspace today, so that's gonna be the theme. Fenty Beauty Soft Lip Foundation in 295. I don't know why I'm showing it to you like this. I'm applying this onto my skin with my fingers and then blending it out with a damp beauty blender. I'm copying that method to the rest of my face in sections. I don't really have a reason why I decided to do it in sections, but that's just the way I decided to do it today. So here's an update. I haven't talked about my chronic urticaria. I stopped breaking out in hives around end of March. I started back up with my skincare. I realized that retinol was giving me hives, so I stopped using retinol. I started using a BHA exfoliator, and I felt like that wasn't doing enough, so then I started using glycolic acid as well. And then I found out you can't be layering stuff like that together. That is so dangerous. And this is a direct result of that. So I stopped using the glycolic acid and I ordered a azelaic acid, Iggy azalea acid. I'll keep you updated on how that's going. T-Fit concealer is what I will be testing out today. This is a gifted item. I did not pay for this. This is how it swatches. If you'd like a full review, you could find it on my TikTok. Link is in my description. I picked up this medium shade and I applied it under my eyes, very 2016 style. It may be the millennial in me speaking, but my personal opinion is that 2016 was peak makeup and you can't convince me otherwise. I picked up the medium shade. I applied it to the pimples on my over-exfoliated skin and blended it out with a dense brush. Picking up the lightest color in the palette. I'm using it to highlight the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. Blending that out. Highlighting my brow bone. Blending that out. Turning my frown upside down. And blending that out as well. Back in with that medium shade. I'm creating a reverse contour. And I really just decided to do that because I'm reviewing this concealer. So why not use it for every possible thing I can think of. Glossier Cloud Paint Cheek Color in Puff. Applying that onto my cheeks with my finger and blending it out with a brush. And doing the same thing on my other cheek. I got this as part of redeeming my reward points at Sephora, but I have to say it's quite a lovely color. And of course I had to add some onto my nose and my chin and my forehead. Huda Beauty Easy Bake Cherry Blossom Cake. I'm going to be applying this with a very fluffy brush. I want to lightly set that concealer so it doesn't go into my fine lines and deep wrinkles. And I'm just setting my under eyes. I'm not going to set anywhere else. Everything else is going to be left to observation to see how this concealer performs. Maybelline Build-A-Brow in Black Brown. I'm starting off with the gel and brush side and I'm brushing out my eyebrows. They're kind of just everywhere. I need some organization. So I'm organizing each individual hair into where I feel like it needs to be. And then I'm going in with the marker side and I'm just drawing little hair strokes where there's gaps. Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Pencil in Limitless Brown. I'm trying to line my waterline to the best of my ability. I don't pull or tug because it gives you wrinkles. I'm just not trying to make them worse, guys, okay? Doing the same type of torture to the other side. Makeup by Mario Master Matte in the originals. I'll be going in with this color right here. I'm going in with a really thin, flat, angled brush and just making a wing. Almost like a seamless continuation of my waterline extended out. I'm also applying it right to where my lashes meet my waterline. And what this does is it kind of eliminates like this weird gap of skin that you can see when you apply your mascara. And it's supposed to look something like this. And I'm doing the same thing to the other side. And I felt like the wing was a little thin, so I went back in with some more eyeshadow and thickened it up a little bit. It's a little fatter and the lines are a little more sharp now. And now I'm just going in with the pencil brush and softening up those lines a little bit to make the makeup look a little more lived in. As you can see here, I'm going in and softening up my lower lash line. And I'm even going to soften up that wing and give it a really soft edge. So it gives the illusion of it's kind of there, it's kind of not there. And it's a multi-purpose solution. Like, yeah, it's eyeshadow, but it's also contouring my eye in a very specific way. And I did the same thing to the other eye. Blending takes a lot of time, but that's what you get paid the big bucks for. Now I'm going in with the concealer and cleaning up the edges and blending them out. And all I have to say is Yes. Satisfaction. ASMR for your eyes, honey. L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Panorama Waterproof Mascara. I like this formula and wand a lot. The only problem is I have very oily skin and most mascaras just bleed. And especially in the summer, I just look like I got punched in the eye or I've been crying or something. And it's not fun. It's not a good look. Milani Highly Rated Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. Through the process of experimentation, I found out that if I layer this tubing mascara on top of any other mascara, it actually prevents any bleeding from happening. I'm not really a big fan of using this mascara on its own, but when I pair it with any other mascara, the results are phenomenal. And I still get the full benefits of how my lashes look with the first mascara without having to compromise. This looks really painful, but I'm just tight lining my eye because I don't like looking at the fleshy part of my eye. And this time I'm pulling my lid because I have stabbed myself in the eye once or twice doing this. I just gotta remember to breathe. NYX Matte Lip Liner in Cold Brew. I think this is the time where the makeup took a very 90s style turn. I wanted to match my lips with the eyeliner that I used, and I felt like this was the best way to tie the whole look together. So yeah, I lined my lips like this. Milani Color Fetish Lipstick in Desire. Very bold and daring shade I went with. But hey, that's the decision I made and we're gonna roll with it. So I applied my lipstick and I went back in with the concealer to clean up my edges a little bit. And then I blended them out, but I feel like I could have done a better job blending them out. I don't know. Not my finest work, not something I'm too proud of, but we're gonna move on. Judy Doll number 5 Feather Glow Palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm going to very lightly contour my face with this shade. So I'm contouring my forehead, moving on to my cheekbones, last but not least, my jawline. And with a medium-sized blending brush, I'm gonna be contouring my nose. And that just about completes the look. This is what it looks like before I have my accessories on. And this is what it looks like with the accessories on. I don't know if I was really aspiring to go for the 90s Good Housekeeping magazine cover aesthetic, but I think that's what it's giving. Let me know what you think. Maybe this is what brings me healing and love and joy. The 90s were a good time in my life and it will always be nostalgic. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.